Hello, welcome to Africa Enlightenment Center. Welcome to this episode. In this episode, I'm going to be bringing to you 50 important quotes of Christopher Hitchens. And in this particular episode, this first episode, I'm going to be bringing to you 5 important quotes of Christopher Hitchens. And we'll continue like that till we get to the 50. So the first one, he said, what can be asserted without evidence can also be dismissed without evidence. That is to say, if somebody says God exists or ghosts exist or ghosts are real without providing any tangible evidence, there is no obligation to take it seriously or refute it in depth. Hitchens emphasizes the importance of evidence in any rational discourse. Gone are the days, in those dark ages where you needed no evidence. You just needed to believe those in authority. Whatever they tell you is what you believe. You have to question everything. You have to provide evidence for whatever you claim is true or is real. That is where we are. The number two, he said, the essence of the independent mind lies not in what it thinks, but in how it thinks. So, true intellectual independence is not about having the correct opinions, but about the process of thinking, being curious, questioning, reasoning, and doubting, rather than simply believing or repeating what others have said or others say. And that is a huge problem in our world where people just believe what they've been told, especially from religious books, what other people, primitive people wrote down. They just believe it to be true. They don't question it. They don't do any serious research about it to find out whether it is consistent with reality, whether it's true or not. They just believe it and argue blindly. All right. The number three, he said, religion is man-made. Even the man or the men who made it cannot agree on what their prophets or redeemers or gurus actually said or did. He says, religions are human inventions, which is true. And even within the same religion, for instance, Christianity or Islam, followers often disagree on key teachings or events. All right. For instance, when you talk about jihad in Islam, a lot of people disagree on what jihad actually is or what it means and all that. So many hadiths, explaining things one way or the other. Recently, an imam in Nigeria came out to say that those who disbelieve or those who leave, the religion, who leave Islam, should be unalived. That is what the Quran said. And then some other Muslims came out to say that is not true. So they disagree basically on every front. There is no uniformity of belief. So the truth remains that this inconsistency of belief undermines the claims of divine origin or infallibility of these scriptures or these write-ups and all that. The number four, human decency is not derived from religion, it precedes religion. That is to say, people were capable of kindness, cooperation, and ethical behavior long before organized religion existed. Morality, Hitchens argues, is a product of social evolution, not divine command. So people were moral before religion came. So religion is not the bringer of morality. So before people became religious, they were moral. All right? They cooperated. There was ethical behavior. In fact, religion drew from what was already on ground to claim that their principles or the moral codes are divine. But there are proofs and evidences of moral codes that existed even before religion came to be. All right, then number five, the final one for this episode. He said, to terrify children with the image of hell, to consider women an inferior creation, is that good for the world? He asks a very profound question. So he critiques religious teachings that use fear of hell, for example, to control behavior and that promote inequality, that is gender roles, for instance. He questions whether such doctrines have a positive impact in our society. If you know of any positive impact of these doctrines on our society, then Just put it in the comment section. But I think not. All right? Because it has destroyed the very fabric of our society. For instance, women cannot sit at table with men because it is believed that women are inferior to men. Is that what, a divine, all powerful, all kind, benevolent God will do? To segregate, women and make them look inferior, to threaten people with hell. If you don't love me, you're going to go to hell. What is that? So, how has that helped our world? How has that shaped our world? Has it made our world better? Children being terrified of the fear of the hell. As a result, they are forced into religion to believe everything they're told to be true. So, if you know any other quote of Christopher Hitchens, put it in the comment section. But I'm coming with another 5. All right, till we finish it up to 50. Buckle your seatbelt. It's gonna be a wonderful ride. All right, if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to this channel, drop your comment in the comment section, and don't forget to send thanks to appreciate us. Help us and support us to bring you more enlightening content. Thank you for watching.